You're a prospective first-time homebuyer in Ottawa, and you've been keeping a watchful eye on the market for quite some time now. You finally reached out to your mortgage broker and you got word that your pre-approval is in the range of $500,000. With that in mind, you also got notice from your employer that a return to office plan is the reality and commuting is something that you're weighing very heavily. What do you do? My name is Norton Ngo. Welcome back to the channel. If you've not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you'd like to book a call directly with me, I'm an active real estate agent here in the city of Ottawa, and I would love to help you. The link is in the description. Today, I handpicked 5 properties under the $500,000 threshold here in Ottawa as a case study for you as a consumer. Let's get into it. So the first case study I pulled for you guys is 313 Stoneway in Barrhaven. This is located in Barrhaven East. So the more established side of Barrhaven, most of the era of these type of homes are in that 90s to early 2000 era. So in this case, built in 1994, you have a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom. So it does have an ensuite in this one. You're looking at 1,076 square feet. And let's take a look at some of the photos, right? So this one was evidently updated. They did some new laminate flooring. Looks like they did some painting recently as well. If we take a look at the kitchen, looks like they put in a simple laminate countertops and added some extra cabinetry in this guy as well. But I found this one very interesting. You're in a good pocket, one of the most highly recognized school districts for Adrian Clarkson, but they made a price adjustment, right? So they started in the fall market. So fall 2025, they were at $545,000, dropped down to $529,000, canceled it altogether, listed later that week for $527,000. Within that period, they sold for $500,000. So this is an interesting option. Obviously, Stoneway is a busier street within a top school district and located in close proximity to a lot of your amenities within Barrhaven. But also, the key factor to consider here is in that $500,000 threshold, you're looking at some of the other product that we're going to review in this video. But it's for that buyer that values having that backyard, values having that A+ location, and also the 3-bedroom dynamic as well. Something to factor in, obviously there's only 1.5 bathrooms, so no ensuite within this property, but this was one that I found as an interesting case study that dropped price, and the lucky buyer here negotiated down $27,000, but also they made a price adjustment before. So this is a good option for somebody looking to get into a top district in a good location as well. So the second property I pulled for you guys here is 657 Moonglade. So this is located in Half Moon Bay in Barrhaven. If we take a look, there's only one photo. This is a to-be-built property. And we're noticing more and more builders right now are, they're carrying their inventory. They have properties that were built, they have permits in place, they're ready to be built, and they're being sold as what we call inventory homes. So in this case, August 18th, 2026 is the prospective occupancy date for this guy. So it's a property that, in some cases, maybe they're already at drywall stage, as in where they've allowed for that new buyer to pick any and all finishes that are not structural and plumbing wise. So any of your countertops, your kitchens, flooring, etc. That allows for that new buyer to pick those finishes. Or in this case, it's one that was already pre-selected. So the builders baked into their price the selections that they've made for this property. So they're at $474,000. They end up selling at $470,000. So just under the asking price. It was on the market for quite a bit of time, 82 days. A lot of these models, so you have like a few models to name in here. The builder is Minto. You got the Alder, the Cambridge. There's various different floor plans here. But in this case, 1,338 square feet. A lot of them are in that sub 1,500 square foot price range. Allows for a buyer to take advantage of the new federal first-time homebuyer rebates that we're going to do a video on later, but allows a buyer to take advantage of those incentives. Has a brand new build in a good location. Obviously, you're further west, so in a ongoing development area of Barrhaven, but 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathroom, and honestly, very functional floor plans. You have a balcony on the second floor, allows for that open concept. They're all very open floor plans. And then there's various different versions of this. So there's the end unit, Dawson. There's a corner unit that's an option as well that for that professional that wants that main floor den. But I found this is a good option that is being built across various ends of the city. So you got Canada, Orleans, Barrhaven as an example for this particular product in that sub 500 bracket actually, right? And able to get into a freehold property that doesn't have any monthly association fees in this case, right? There are some around different pockets of the city that have those monthly association fees. But I found this is a good, interesting example for somebody that wants that extra square footage doesn't want to pay those condo fees and is able to get into a new build property. The next example that we pulled here is first one up here. We have 805 Carling, unit 1903. This guy right here, it was on the market for quite a bit of time. It was actually owner occupied. Something to note is in some of these units, previously maybe they're tenant occupied, rented, there isn't that exposure for showings and not that availability. So a more challenging sale for prospective agents and owners. On the market for 142 days. They were at 475 before, dropped to 450, end up selling at 433. The Icon, established in 2021, very renowned project. In Ottawa, it's one of the most sought after buildings and very well known as the tallest building that we have here in the city. Built by Claridge. Again, this one in particular is about 650 square feet in change. If you take a look inside, common floor plan, it has that den there as well. Open concept, nice finishes throughout, and there's a balcony as well, exposed balcony. Popular floor plan, but this allows that first-time homebuyer to get into the desired location. Maybe they're in healthcare. There's lots of medical professionals that live in this building, or simply location. Maybe you're working in the city, but you want to be right in that kind of Preston hub. This is a good option with a 1+ den in this case, with parking. Something to factor in as a prospective first-time homebuyer, as an example, your maintenance fee. So you're paying $569 a month for condo fees. So that's a factor to consider. In this case, $4,400 in property tax as well. So this is for your savvy first-time homebuyer that wants to get into premier building, needs that den maybe for a home office for that 1 or 2 days a week as an example, but is picking based on location and wants to be in a particular building. So this is 805 Carling. So the next case study we have here is 127 Anthracite. This is a newer area, Barrhaven, with ongoing construction. Lots of development here by your likes of Mattamy and Minto that are building these pockets. This one in particular I found as an interesting example for a prospective buyer that, again, wants to stay below that $500,000 threshold. They're open to being a little bit further into suburbia, so in this case being Barrhaven, looking for a newer product and doesn't want that kind of high-rise feel, if you will. They want more of that home-esque feel, and in this case, 127 Anthracite, this one was a upper floor unit. So you kind of walk in the front door, you go up a set of stairs, so you're not the main floor, you're the second floor. So the main living area is on the second floor here. It looks like it was well put together. You have your updated laminate, your kitchen right here, one full bathroom that's upstairs, and then you have a powder room on the main floor. And again, this one is your kind of product that for a buyer that values that kind of more sizable square footage. You're at 1,200 square feet in change in this product, has that 3-bedroom. Very transparently, that 3rd bedroom is quite small. It's more of an office, but you do have that additional living space upstairs. And it's for that buyer that, again, they don't value that location, if you will. They don't need to be right in the heart of the city, don't need to be commuting per se, but they want that extra, essentially almost double in terms of square footage, because 1,283 square feet. Comes with 1 surface level parking, and then the maintenance fees are a little bit lower as well. So, so you're not paying for your amenities. You're at $260 per month, so fairly manageable in terms of condo fees in this case, and it's an N unit as well. So this is a product that I found interesting for your prospective buyer that's in the condo space, sub 500K, and has that extra living square footage as well. So last but not least, we have our last case study here, located right in the center of the city at 340 Queen, unit 2411. This is built by Claridge in 2023. It's named the Claridge Moon. Great location, again, close proximity to your transit and your major arteries, as well as for your professional that works maybe downtown, right in the heart of the city as well. Again, built in 2023, this one in square footage wise, you're looking at 640 square feet. In terms of cost for this unit, you're looking at $5,000 annually in property tax, and then your monthly condo fees are $488 per month. In terms of this unit, it's a corner unit, so nice floor plan, nice exposure, lots of windows. It looks like in this case was occupied by the owner. In terms of annual property tax, you're looking at $5,000 annually in property tax, which I would say is actually rather high in terms of a condo. In terms of additional costs, you're looking at $488 a month in condo fees. And this one's a corner unit, like lots of bright windows. It's honestly really well put together, I'd say. Super bright in terms of the unit. You have a little balcony as well off to the side. One thing to consider for this building in particular, Claridge Moon, this was a building that in 2023, when everybody took possession, a lot of them got rented. A lot of them were leased for a period of time, whether that's 1 year or 2 year periods of time. And then ones that are for sale, you're noticing that they're taking longer to sell because they're tenant occupied, not providing that access for that new owner, if you will, and that worry with the landlord and tenant board. This one in particular, very interesting. On the market for 27 days, $399 list price, and I'm selling at $405. So I'd be very curious to see if it went into multiple offers in some capacity. After which, this one ended up getting posted for rent after. So evidently, there's not much of the investor market in the space right now, but this one in particular was somebody that was found it suitable to find it at a certain price to be able to get it at, to be able to rent it out. So this one in particular sold at $405,000. And I found this is an interesting case study for somebody that is working in the city and values that short walk or short commute to work within a newer building with great amenities as well. So I hope this is valuable for you guys. This is our first video featuring some of the comparisons of what your dollar can get you in the city, and we look to emulate this throughout different budgets for other videos as well. So stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.